NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 and RTX 5060 GPUs expected to launch in March. NVIDIA's entry-tier Blackwell gaming GPUs, the GeForce RTX 5060 and RTX 5060, are expected to launch in March. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 and RTX 5060 gaming GPUs headed for launch in March according to graphics card manufacturer, Chaintech. It looks like we can expect NVIDIA's entry-tier GeForce RTX 5060 and RTX 5060 graphics cards in March 2025. So far, NVIDIA has launched the RTX 5090 and RTX 5080 in retail since the 30th of January and will be launching the GeForce RTX 5070 series in the current month of February. The launch schedule is the same as was reported by us in previous posts. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5090 is already facing limited stock at major retailers, while the RTX 5080 is facing severe pricing issues. Some of these issues have to do with the Chinese New Year since GPU factories are closed and no production is being done. We can't say if the GeForce RTX 5070 will be affected by the same issues at launch, but we hope that the RTX 5070 and RTX 5060 launches go smoothly. As for the specifications, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 and RTX 5060 will utilize a PG152 board SKU which would presumably deploy the GB206 GPU core. Both cards will stick to a 128-bit memory bus interface which is similar to the current generation RTX 4060 series. As for the memory, both of these cards will feature a GDDR7 memory interface, allowing for up to 28 Gbps frequencies, probably a bit tuned on the 5060 to conserve power. The GDDR7 memory interface would net a total of 448 GB per second of bandwidth, which is 55% higher than the RTX 4060 Ti and 65% higher than the RTX 4060. That's a decent gain in the bandwidth specs which would be coupled with advanced memory compression techniques that would help overcome the 128-bit bus interface. As for the memory capacity, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 Ti will come in both 16GB and 8GB GPU variants. We have seen that the 16GB RTX 4060 Ti models didn't feature any big performance benefits in themselves but help meet the requirements of current and future AAA games that require more than 8GB capacity. For those running these cards at 1440p, the 16GB RAM can help a lot, especially when enabling RT or higher resolution textures. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 GPU will stick with an 8GB RAM which is definitely on the entry-level side of things. NVIDIA may change the spec once higher capacity G7 modules start being mass-produced, but it looks like it won't be the case at launch. The higher bandwidth would be there, but the RTX 5060 should be a 1080p card with upscaling helping it go to 1440p in a few titles. Intel's Arc B580 features 12GB RAM and AMD's RX 7600 XT comes with 16GB RAM, but NVIDIA doesn't seem to be bothered by those two. Current rumors also suggest RDNA 4 Radeon RX 9000 inches GPUs feature 8GB RAM on the low-end side of things, so 8GB ain't going away, at least in the coming generation of GPUs. Hopefully, these are the last of their kind, and we will see 10GB plus GPUs after that. Finally, for the launch, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 Ti and RTX 5060 GPUs are currently planned for a March 2025 introduction, so there are still a few weeks before we get to see the cards at retail.